Hello YouTube, it's me again, and I wanted to talk about a little bit what's going on in my country, Croatia. We have a referendum out now, signing petitions about protecting family rights. This petition is called In the Name of the Family, and it is organized by so-called independent society. Actually, it's funded by church and right-wing political groups, and they want actually to constitutionalize the definition of marriage. They wanted to define the marriage as a union between a man and a woman. Why? Because it is defined as such by the Roman Catholic Church. Let me be clear on that. And they want to put it in the constitution of the state. So a lot of people have an issue with that. Some people feel very strongly about it, that only the union between a man and a woman can be called marriage. Other people view this as there are many other unions between two women or two men that would also kind of deserve to be viewed as marriage. Maybe not called as such, but that they should have the similar rights towards adopting children and such. But all of that, my dear fellow Croatians, is not the problem. The problem with me is a financial structure of that. And I think on a higher level that we are being lied to, and that you have to be careful of those things, because it's a smokescreen. You have to really think about it. Okay, what is that? Why are they putting those things in our faces and making a giant and very important thing about it now? Because Croatia has 20% rate of unemployment, and every third young person in Croatia is unemployed by legal means. They operate but not legally signed in, and that's how they get their money. Also there is the rulership of rich business and political parties, and the regular people are striving to get by. Referendums such as these cost a lot of money, and there has been spent insane amounts of state and church money on that particular matter, which I don't think is that really important. It's a legislature thing, it's a law thing, the definition of marriage. Okay, the marriage between a man and a woman can be called marriage, and within it's also a business contract between two parties. You have to realize that. It's not because in some book there writes God or gods created man and woman, and he created them different but the same, and only them can marry. And you know, nobody looks to the part of the Bible where that it is said, okay, man can have many women, or if you kill a woman you must pay the father of that good wife to you. If you accidentally kill her, you must pay 3 goats. Nobody, you know, kind of sees those parts. I mean, everybody goes, yeah, hate the gay people, but nobody kind of goes, because they're an effeminate and an abomination in the face of God, so you can stone them and then flay them or something, you know, because it was written in an ancient book from another time and place where you will never go and never see, because it's right. And how do they nitpick about those things when there are more important things right here, right now? It costs a lot of money. Marriage is also a business contract between two parties, which means, if you live together, you share all the things that you own. If you separate, you have to be clear about what goes to which. If you have children, you have to be clear who inherits what. And that's why definition of marriage is important. Not because of, some book that says something. No, the other books, law books, have to define those things because it makes a society that works. Also, why not call these types of unions marriages and the other types of unions unions, and give them also rights, because then you will have laws for defining the rights of all the people living in unions and sharing property. And that is what is important. Most of all, you have to follow the money. Think about who paid for this and why. What's happening here? Why is it more important right now, in this moment, May 2013, that question, than it was in May 2009? What are you smokescreening? What are you not telling us? What is the real problem? I have no problem with marriage between a man and a woman and defining that in a way of union as a church defines it in a church. But I have a problem with, that being such a big deal of defining it as a structure of law. And they have to understand it as such. And also, it's not a big deal. There are other bigger issues. Unemployment, fair trade, recognizing and how can I say, taking care of people's rights and financial structure. That's what we need right now, human rights. Why are you putting, these stuff in front of our eyes that we don't really need or want? It's just like in Rome, just give them bread and games, and avert their minds and their bodies will follow. I don't like it. I don't like it not one bit, that so many people just are willing to go to extreme lengths and even violence to prove things that could be easily arranged by the lawmaking structure. Just like that. Define it and that's it. And also I am for separation of state and church. Any church. Not just Roman Catholic Church. Any church. Man has a right to follow his beliefs and have faith. Whatever faith that is. Was it a Catholic faith or a Christian faith of any sort, or being a Muslim, or being Jewish, or being Buddhist, or being pagan, or being anything else you could think of. Just separate that from the state. Or if you really need to define it, then define it as church's business. Don't define, general things just because of some majority tells you to do those things. I think there are more pressing matters right now than, those things. And really think about it. Are they doing it because they care about you? Or are they doing it for creating a smoke screen for something else? Think about it.